The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world. It is against your own mind. And most people lose this battle every single day. This isn't a physical war, but a silent, internal struggle waged within the confines of your consciousness, a battle of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that dictates the quality of your entire existence. The battlefield is your mind, and the stakes are your peace, your potential, your reality. Every day, countless people surrender to their inner critic, to the relentless whispers of self-doubt and fear. They become prisoners of their own thinking, trapped in a cycle of negativity they don't even realize they've created. They lose the battle before it even truly begins, not because they are weak, but because they have never been taught how to fight. They believe every negative thought that arises, mistaking the voice of anxiety for the voice of truth. But you are not most people. The fact that you are listening to this means you are ready to understand the war within, and more importantly, you are ready to win it. So, why do our own thoughts hold such power over us? Why do we so often find ourselves at the mercy of our inner turmoil? The answer lies in a lifetime of conditioning. From a young age, we are taught to react, not to respond. We are conditioned to believe that our thoughts are an accurate reflection of reality. If a thought of failure appears, we feel the sting of defeat before we have even tried. If a thought of rejection surfaces, we feel the ache of loneliness before we have even spoken. We've become passive observers of our own mental activity, swept away by whatever current of thought happens to be flowing. This lack of psychological discipline leaves us vulnerable. We grant our thoughts unquestioned authority. We don't see them as what they are, transient, electrical impulses firing in our brain. Instead, we see them as undeniable truths, as prophecies of our own inadequacy. This is the fundamental reason most people lose the battle. They identify with their thoughts. They believe they asterisk their thoughts. And when your identity is fused with negativity and self-doubt, you are fighting a battle against yourself. It's a war you can't possibly win. To truly understand how to win, we must delve into the psychology of mind control, not the control of others, but the control of your own mental state. Your mind operates on a simple principle: focus. What you consistently focus on, you magnify. If you continually focus on your fears, your anxieties, your past mistakes, you are actively watering those seeds. You are instructing your brain to find more evidence to support those negative states, creating powerful neural pathways that make it easier and easier to feel bad. This is the inner battle. It is a fight for control over your focus. Your mind will naturally drift towards survival-based, negative thinking. It's an evolutionary feature designed to keep you safe from threats. But in the modern world, this feature often misfires. Seeing threats where there are only challenges, seeing danger where there is only opportunity. The untrained mind is like a wild horse, powerful and untamed, pulling you in every direction except the one you want to go. Psychological discipline is the process of taming that horse. It is the conscious, deliberate act of choosing where you place your attention. It's not about stopping your thoughts. You can't. It's about deciding which thoughts you engage with, which ones you give energy to, and which ones you simply allow to pass by like clouds in the sky. This is the path to becoming mentally strong. It begins with awareness. You must become the silent watcher of your mind. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice the patterns. See how a single negative thought can trigger a cascade of emotion and further negative thinking. When you can observe your mind without getting caught in its drama, you create a space. In that space lies your power. It's the space between the stimulus, the negative thought, and your response. The mentally weak person has no space. Thought and reaction are one. The mentally strong person lives in that space. They see the thought of "I can't do this" arise. They acknowledge it, and then they deliberately choose to focus on a different thought. What is the first step I can take? This is not about positive thinking in a naive sense. It's about strategic thinking. It's about emotional control, which isn't the suppression of emotion, but the understanding of it. You feel the fear, you feel the doubt, but you do not let it dictate your actions. You learn to act in spite of it. True strength is not the absence of fear, but the courage to move forward even when you are afraid. Every time you consciously redirect your focus from a negative, unproductive thought to a neutral or constructive one, you are doing a mental push-up. You are strengthening your psychological discipline. You are slowly, deliberately winning the war. The battle for your mind is the only one that truly matters, because your inner world creates your outer world. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. You can have all the success in the world, but if your mind is a place of chaos and negativity, you will never feel peace. Conversely, you can face immense challenges, but if you have cultivated a mind that is disciplined, focused, and resilient, you will find strength and opportunity in every circumstance. Stop being a passive victim of your own thinking. Become the active commander of your mind. Question your negative thoughts. Challenge their validity. Starve them of your attention. Feed the thoughts that empower you, that align with the person you want to become. This is not a battle you win once. It is a daily practice, a moment-to-moment commitment to choosing where you place your focus. The greatest victory is not over any external enemy, but over your own limited self. Win the war in your mind, and you will win the war of your life. The battle begins now. Thank you for listening.